on this, and they're just going to be very open to going within and like emotionally available. They're going to be emotionally available and open and expressive and willing to like work on attaining like emotional stability within the relationship and just within themselves generally. Like that's just how they are. They're just very um open and expressive and very positive and happy, and they know how to manifest, they know how to get what they want, um but like in a good way, in a positive way, not in like a sleazy way, but they are truly aligned with their heart's desires, and they are like, they're just chill, they're chill about it. They're just like, yep, I know what I want, I know what's coming to me, and I'm just like relaxing here waiting for it, like knowing that what I want is coming to me. So they have that like manifestation power without even knowing. They might not even know that they're capable of that. So like they might not label it as like a manifester, but they just naturally like good things come to them. Like they have luck on their side. And then for as far as your relationship, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, then we have the Seven of Pentacles, then the Nine of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Lovers. So I feel like your relationship is going to sort of be something that kind of happens out of the blue. Like it's going to come to you kind of during a time when maybe you kind of like you've been like waiting, you've been manifesting, you've been like working so hard, either on like manifesting your soulmate, or you've been working so hard on just like your career, your life, on yourself, just like putting in so much effort into your focus, like whatever your focus is, your desires, your projects, your career, whatever. And it's going to be around that time that you're kind of feeling like, okay, well, what else? Actually, I would like to put this in this, or just I'm feeling it better in this order. Like it's kind of gonna come at a time when you're in this like standstill phase where you're kind of like reevaluating, like, okay, is this even gonna happen? Like, is this even worth it? Like I don't know what else to do. I'm not seeing any progress in my life really. I've just been investing all this energy giving it out, and I feel kind of drained. I feel kind of exhausted. I feel kind of exhausted. And it's going to be like right around that moment that, so this is timing. I'm getting timing on this. And it's going to be kind of right around that moment that this offer, this gift from the universe is just going to sort of be handed to you. Like, here you go. Here's your coin. Here's your reward. Here's your gift that you've been working so hard for. You're going to get it, and it's going to be your soulmate. Um, Also, so that's for timing, but also I'm getting that your person is a hard worker. They are a hard worker and they don't give up. And we see that with like this action card here. It's like they are willing to fight for what it is that they want and they believe in. And they have a lot of energy. They have a lot of energy with this Page of Wands as well. This is a person who is just very passionate, very fiery, knows what they want, likes to have fun, and is kind of like a more youthful, I guess, like immature energy. But they know what they want, and they're willing to like go after it, and they're not gonna give up. And your relationship, okay, so the lovers is at the end, so that's like we'll talk about that in a sec. That's just soulmate, super soulmate energy, just like divine union. But as far as like the lifestyle that you guys are gonna live, I feel like like manifesting your desires and manifesting your reality is going to be a big part of your relationship. Like you guys are going to be able to really like decide what it is that you want, and you're going to be able to manifest it really easily. So you guys are going to have an abundant life just because of this like Ace of Pentacles here and the Seven of Pentacles here, and with this manifestation card with the eight, which represents abundance, unlimited potential, infinite possibilities, and also divinity. Like it's divine, it's a divine connection, and almost like you guys are going to be, you're going to be really aware of this divine connection that you have with each other. And because you're going to be so aware of this connection that you have and your powers, it's going to really help you align and raise your energy together and be able to really create like a dream lifestyle, a dream life. So you have the Nine of Cups, that energy, the manifestation energy, taking action. We do have let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. I feel like in this relationship, there might be some sort of, yeah, like I guess control issues, maybe, um, especially with this like impatience. Maybe one of you is like just more impatient and kind of wants what they want when they want it, and they're not really like willing to like. So it's hard, I guess, for you or your future soulmate to surrender and to be patient and to like just wait it out and to trust in the flow. And so you're trying to like control the situation, trying to control each other. Um, and so that would be also like advice is to just like pay attention to that and like how you're trying to control the other, and just kind of letting people be who they are. And that's going to really allow you guys to connect and get together and really have a really happy, abundant, very abundant life together. Okay, so the lovers, this is this represents passion, desire, just like divine love, sharing your true feelings with each other, being connected to your higher selves. It is divine union. It's a soulmate card. It represents following your heart and your intuition. You guys are going to be very drawn to each other, very attracted to each other. You're going to magnet each other's energy. Like you're just going to constantly be like wanting to, I don't know, just touch and hold hands. And it's going to be very balanced. This is a six, and that just represents a balance. And there's going to be an equal give and take of love. It's going to be mutual. Neither of you is going to feel deprived. You're both going to like want to share your love with each other. You're both going to want to be together. There's going to be no question about it that like you guys, like, there's going to be, like I said, he's very like emotionally available and open. And so he's willing to talk, or he or she, sorry, like it does. It's a guy on there, so I'm assuming it's a he, but gender doesn't matter. But your counterpart will be very open with their feelings and talking about their feelings and sharing how what's in their heart. And so it's going to feel very fulfilling and very like satisfying that okay, you know how they feel, and that's going to really draw you guys to each other, and it's going to really attract you to one another, and it's going to create a lot of passion. It's going to be a lot of passion. It's also going to focus on just like loving yourselves, because the lovers is also about self-love. And before you can unite, and before you can have this like beautiful relationship, you need to both learn to love yourselves, right? You need to heal your own issues so that you're not waiting for the other person to heal them for you. And especially with like this Nine of Cups for him, I feel, or for your counterpart, I feel like they have done a lot of work on themselves with in regards to like self-love and being just emotionally content within themselves. And that's going to be a big part of your journey together. You're going to really help each other with that. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of passion. There's the Nine of Wands here. Maybe just kind of like, it might be like your relationship might start off slow at first. It might be like, yeah, like a slow start to this whole thing. And it's almost going to feel exhausting even in the beginning. Like there's going to be some sense of like exhaustion for some reason, but that it's going to turn into like passion and excitement, and then you guys are going to realize your love for each other. So it might not, like when you first meet, it might not seem like this is your person. I don't know, it might not seem like this is your soulmate, just because it's going to seem like it's dragging and it's like things are moving so slowly and you're feeling like exhausted and drained, and it's like, I guess it's not as like exciting as like you would expect it to be. But then things take a new turn, and you get this new opportunity for a new beginning in something that you're, yeah, a new kind of, a new way of going about this relationship, I guess. I want to clarify that. What is this Ace of Pentacles? What is this Ace of Pentacles, Jack? Okay, that's way too many cards. I will take the ones, not these. This one flew out. 10 of Wands, and then these guys. Okay, so we got the 10 of Wands for the Ace of Pentacles. So the 10 of Wands. So it's the end of a journey. Oh my god, perfect. You have the 9 of Wands, and it's kind of like, okay, I'm like almost defeated, but I'm not giving up. And there's just one last like battle to fight. And then you do get to your 10 of Wands, and it's like, okay, release the burden. So with this Ace of Pentacles coming in, it's going to be an opportunity to release a really heavy burden that you may have been carrying from your past into this relationship, or they brought from their past into this relationship. Although I feel like they don't have too much baggage, but yeah, I do feel like you're the one carrying the baggage, because what they love about you most is the Four of Swords. We'll talk about that in a sec. But so yeah, there's this like heavy burden that you're carrying that you need to let go of. You're very blocked. You're very you seem sort of like you're guarding your heart, and you're kind of emotionally unavailable. You're not making yourself available, not opening yourself up. You're um just really like tough and guarded, and like not taking anyone's bullshit type of attitude, like this is the energy that you're in um around the time that your person comes around. And but there's a Knight of Cups. So like this Ace of Pentacles, this new offering and a new beginning, is a new offer in love from your person. And they're going to be coming forward with this full cup, just offering it to you. Like, here you go. Like, um, maybe, oh yeah, I feel like they're going to recognize before you do that you're the one for them. Like they're already going to be like aware that you're their person, and you're going to be kind of like closed off to that idea. The True Swords usually has like a girl with a blindfold on it. So you're going to be like blind to this whole idea that like, no, there's no way you're my soulmate. Like things are dragging. Like I feel exhausted. Like I'm just not that you're not feeling it, but you're just not in that like headspace to believe it. But they're going to be trying to give you gifts and um, offering commitment and loyalty and stability in your life and love. They're going to be offering their heart and their love to you, and they're going to want to embark on an adventure with you. They're very focused on you. They're going to be very focused on you. They know what they want. They go after what they want. They take action. They will take action towards you, and it will turn into this divine union and connection and realization. This real conscious awareness that, wow, this person's my freaking soulmate. Who would have thought? Crazy. I did not think that in the beginning, and now all of these changes are happening, and I recognize that. And maybe you're the one that has this controlling energy and you're trying to control the situation, and you have this idea of how you wanted your soulmate to be and like how you wanted to meet them. And you really have to let go of that idea. And maybe it's just that idea that's making you feel so heavy, because maybe your soulmate isn't like how you expected them to be. And you just have to be really open to like anything really, I guess, the love that's coming your way, and just be open to it. Take the blindfold off and stop, take this, put the swords down, and just open up your heart a little bit. Um, okay, so what they love about you most is the Four of Swords. So I feel like they recognize in you this very strong, empowered energy. And because the Four of Swords is about healing, right? It's about healing your inner wounds. And they love, hmm, it's like they love the pain. It sounds weird, but like they love your pain. They love that you've been through so much and so much pain, and that you're doing so much work on yourself and healing and willing to heal, and that you're so focused on your self growth and self love, and that you really take the time to take care of yourself, and to just to relax, and that you're able to relax and just be. This person seems very they seem very like action oriented, so maybe they admire about you your ability to just like chill and just relax a little bit. And they've also, for their energy to be in the Nine of Cups, that they're emotionally fulfilled, it means that they've done a lot of work on themselves. And because they know the journey that it takes to get here, they really admire in you that you're on that journey as well. I'm not saying that they're like higher than you, like consciously or like spiritually. No, not at all. It's just different. Like you guys are just in different places, you've been through different things, you have different personalities and all of that. And it's just at this time of your life when they come in, you're going to be in this healing space and this heavy energy where you need to heal. And they actually really love that about you. They really love that you are like that, and that you prioritize those types of things, and they like your more calm energy. Okay, and then sex. So what is sex going to be like? Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords, we have the Four of Swords, again, Four of Swords. So the King of Wands. So they definitely not only like about you that you are like healing yourself, it really, really turns them on. Like it's gonna really, really like turn them on that you're so into um I don't know, just like yourself and like healing, and that you're so wise, right? All that wisdom. And with the Nine of Swords, so there's a lot of swords. I feel like there's going to be a lot of communication. Um, there's going to be a lot of passion. With the King of Wands, this is a very, very, very fiery and passionate energy. This guy, I mean, he is, and that's just energy. It's a masculine energy. So definitely going to be, I think, the masculine of the two will want to be in power and in control, and the feminine will be more like submissive. You could see in this one where like she's just kind of surrendered and he's kind of just behind her like taking charge kind of. um Here he's like holding her mouth, so like just a lot of masculine energy, and maybe a lot of dirty talk, because the Nine of Swords is about like being all up in your head, so just very mentally stimulating. If one of you like that, then that is definitely going to be a big thing in the bedroom. And maybe you guys are gonna want to role play. I don't know. With this guy dressed up like a king, there's gonna be some role playing. You guys are gonna be doing it out in nature, like something more risky and exciting. And it's gonna be sensual. Like there's a lot of sensuality, like with this one, just very passionate. respectful, sensual, slow. This one too. Just like true union, you know, like when you guys have sex, you're gonna feel like you're truly just uniting and love. Like look at that. I mean, as passionate as this card is, the King of Wands, there's just so much love there and just truly feeling each other. And I feel like you guys are gonna have that. Okay. So now okay, so timing, we kind of already predicted that with like what phase you're gonna be in, like in life when this happens, but let's try to get a card for actual like months or years or whatever. So what can you tell us for group one's timing of when they will meet their future soulmate? When will group one 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 meet their future soulmate? Nah, I wanted to fly. Sorry. When will group one meet their future soulmate? Okay, that one. Okay. So we have the Five of Cups. Okay, five. So five is a significant number. So we have May. We have in five. So it could be days, weeks, months, or years. So the cups they represent water. They are a slower-ish moving energy. So like the quickest moving energy is fire, then air, right? Swords, or maybe swords is faster, and then cups like water flows. But it's a little bit slower than pentacles are like the slowest energy. So it's not gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be 5 years, just because it's the cups. So 5 months, maybe. Or it could be in a month where it is a like the fifth month, which is May. It could be in the spring, because I don't know, some people interpret the cups as summer, and some people interpret it as spring. I personally interpret it as spring because like to me the wands are summer. Like the wands are about like fire, heat, um like the little, the little wands, like the bamboo sticks, like they're grown green. So it just looks like summer. All the pictures are just warm. So to me, it's just very summery. And the cups, water, like new life, water, I don't know. It just kind of, it's like, it's fresh and clean. It represents like a new beginning, clean, purity. And that's spring to me. So I don't know. You can read that however, summer or spring, but I feel like it might be in the summer or in the spring. Um, and let's see here. So it could be in a five, like numerological universal here, or if you want to get into numerology. All right, I'll just get into it. I was gonna say I'm not gonna get into that right now, but so you add up your birthday, so like the month and day of your birthday and the year of your last birthday. And that gives you your personal numerological year. Actually, just Google it. Like Google how to find your personal numerology year. I'll leave a link below for you, and then you can figure that out. So yeah, so that's timing. This video's way too long. Okay, so next, how will you know that you have met your person? So how will you know that this is your person, right? Especially with you in this situation that like you're gonna think they're not your person. What clues are you gonna have? What clue does group one have that this is their soulmate? What should they look out for? What clues should group one look out for that this is their soulmate? Seven of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. You're gonna feel a lot of passion. So when you meet this person, it's gonna be very, very, very fiery and passionate, right? We have two Wands cards. The Knight of Wands especially is about full on passion. And this person is gonna freaking pursue you. Like, this person will not give up and they will not stop to get you. They will be persistent, they will go after you, they will fight for you, and they will almost like seduce you. Like, sexually, they're just gonna be like, um, they're gonna make you feel in a way that you have never felt before. Like the chemistry and the passion, that's gonna be really, really strong, and that's gonna be a big indicator that this person is your person. Um, and obviously, like, tune into your intuition, because like I know there's people out there who just try to woo people, and it's like not every person that comes at you all passionately is going to be your person, but it's like you're going to know, like you're going to feel a difference. You're going to feel a difference based on like your past relationships and how it's been, like the chemistry. And with this person, the chemistry is going to be really, really strong. um yeah. Okay, and then what advice do we have for union? Okay, so what do you need to do in order to manifest this, right? Get into your manifestation energy. What do you need to do as a person right now to bring you closer to your soulmate, to come to union with your soulmate? What advice do you have for Turtle One to come into union with their soulmate? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Okay, I found I'm the fake. That's crazy. We have the Nine of Cups. Wow. That's crazy because your person's energy is the Nine of Cups. And how else would you come into union with this energy unless you get into the same energetic vibration? You literally need to raise your vibration and get into that place that your person is in or will be in when you meet, so that you can attract each other energetically and come together. Oh my God, this is so freaking awesome. So, as we talked about him, already, or the other person, the counterpart, already have coming, um like, went through their thing of like emotional fulfillment and things like that, and self-work and self-love. You need to focus on finding your own happiness within. You need to focus on finding, just fulfillment, without needing anyone on the outside to make you happy. Focusing on your wishes, focusing on what makes you happy, definitely focusing on your dreams, focusing on, making a wish, and like, what is it that you want, and aligning your energy to be in that space already. And also focusing on what you want, focusing on yourself, focusing on your dreams and your career. So by you focusing on you attaining emotional fulfillment and raising your vibration and being happy within yourself is going to really catapult you, coming into union with your soulmates, because they're already in the energy waiting for you. This is definitely a beautifully divinely guided, soulmate relationship, as they all are, of course, I know, but you guys are gonna really feel it. Like, you guys are gonna really feel that connection. There's just so much like synchronicity and, just spiritual energy around you guys, that you're gonna be really in tune with that, and it's really gonna make you guys just love each other so much. Okay, so that is all I have for you. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading and that it was insightful. Please, if you did like it, like this video and leave a comment. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel for more future pick a card readings, I would love that. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I'm sending you lots of love and luck on your journey. I will see you soon. Bye. Hi, Pal2. So if you chose this shiny rose quartz, this is your reading. So I have pre-shuffled some cards, or chosen some cards, and we're going to get some details about your soulmate, but I'm also going to be pulling the cards towards the end of the reading to get more detail on like timing and how you're going to know that you met them, and any advice for union. So let's get into the reading. So I'm just going to kind of lay out all the cards first, and then I'll explain what's what. Okay, so we have, the Ten of Wands, the Chariot, Sorry, just move that over so it all kind of fits on the camera. So you had like extra cards that came out. I don't usually pull this many cards, but they just kind of all came out, so I went with it. Okay. All right. So basically, we have like different areas of how I'm going to be reading it. Like this area up here, these cards are what they love about you the most. This is the energy that they embody. These 5 cards here are going to be just more detail on your person, on your future soulmate, any sort of like personality traits, what how they're going to make you feel, your relationship, what it's going to be like, what life with them is going to be like, maybe how you are going to meet, any big things that are going to happen in your relationship, and then some more details on your relationship down here, and then we have like more about sex and your sex life and how that's going to be. Okay, so I'm gonna start with your future soulmate's energy. So we have the 8 of Wands is the energy that they embody. So wands represent fire energy. So this could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Doesn't have to be. What So wands is a really quick moving energy, just a really positive card to me, and it's I read this as your person's going to be just like really optimistic and really willing to like take action, and they're going to have a lot of energy, a lot of fire in them. They're going to be very passionate, and that is also confirmed by the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands with regards to your sex life. And then we also have the King of Wands here again. So this person's definitely going to have a lot of fire and energy, and they're going to be very lively and uplifting, and they're going to make you feel really good and excited, and you're going to have a lot of fun with them. They have a lot of charisma, they're confident, they're ambitious, they go for what they want. um yeah, so they're powerful, and they don't hold back. um so they have a lot of, and they're very balanced as well. They're hard workers. They are they like to be in leadership positions, so they prefer leadership positions. Um, Kind of like in like being in what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Like in positions of authority. Um, they're also going to be very abundant, and they're going to easily like attract abundance. They might be very financially well off when you meet them. So I'm reading that as the number 8, 8 in numerology. I am into numerology, and I know about the numbers, so I'm kind of reading these cards as well, like in addition to the tarot meanings. So yeah, 8 in numerology does represent that, and um, just like a good balance between the physical and the spiritual realms. However, we also have simplicity. So I feel like your person, your future soulmate, is going to prefer um simplicity, just like a more simple type of lifestyle. So the 8 usually also represents like luxury and like wanting to stand out and like just flaunt what they have, like flaunt how they look, like they're just sexy, right? Like they got it all going on. We have the King of Wands twice, like they have it all going on, but I feel like your person's going to be more simple, like this guy here. So you have 2 of the King of Wands, and like this guy is like all dressed up and has everything, kind of like he's just, yeah, just all fancied up. And this guy just seems more simple, just a t-shirt, pair of jeans, and his torch with a lion in the back, sexy. And I feel like that's the kind of fiery energy your person is going to have. They're not gonna be like super into, they're not gonna be arrogant or like they're going to be very satisfied with what they have. So they enjoy simplicity, or at least they appreciate the simple things in life. They appreciate the little things. They are definitely grateful for what they have accomplished and what they have, and they don't let it get to their head, and they're not going to be like all arrogant and cocky about it, like showing off. They're going to be very humble about it. So I get like a humble energy from that. Um, as far as your relationship, so we have the, so I'll kind of, I'll put this in the order that it feels right as I start reading it, but we have the Two of Cups, we have the King of Wands, which I showed you, the Three of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. Okay, so yeah, that's how it goes. Okay, so I feel like now energies are interchangeable. So if you happen to be a man watching this reading, or vice versa, like read it, take it as is. But I'm just gonna assume that this is the feminine watching this video, and I'm gonna say that this is you right here, this Nine of Pentacles, and I'm gonna say that your future soulmate is this King of Wands energy. Now you can reverse those roles as you need. So I see this as your King of Wands is watching you, right? So I do see you as a very strong and independent person. Kind of, you also have a lot of, you have accomplished a lot in your life as well. Or when you meet them, when you meet your future soulmate, you will be in a place where you have sort of attained your own material success, or you've like established yourself career wise. You have like a stable home. Um, so you're pretty like abundant and established, and you're like in your power. So this is the single lady card, and just happy about it, right? So I feel like when like you have like whether even in the relationship, I feel like you're always going to maintain your independence and kind of like doing your own thing. And you're not going to be like needy and dependent on your soulmate to, you know, fill your needs, because you've done so much work already and you've done it all on your own that like you genuinely don't need anyone. You just, you want it for the true mutual, equal benefit, equal partnership, you know, just to share each other's love. So there's no like neediness or anything like that, and they love that about you. Like they are looking at you as this really sexy, just strong, empowered, courageous, um kind of like a leader. They look at you and they love it. You know, they really like what they see, and they can't take their eyes off of you, and they have a lot of passion. They will have a lot of passion for you throughout the relationship. The King of Wands energy is it's a very good energy. It's the king, so they have definitely been through their share of life experiences to where they've reached maturity, and they are just, they know what they want. They go after what they want. They're very attractive, very sensual and sexual and like fiery, right? So the wands again is fire energy. We have a lot of fire energy here, so could be again Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. The King of Wands, I that's Leo energy, but it could be, because I mean we have a lion here, so I'm reading that as Leo, but it could be whatever. And yeah, so the King of Wands is just a very generous, very giving with their attention and love for you, very fun, adventurous. Like you're going to be trying, this relationship is going to be exciting. There's going to be a lot of new things that you guys are going to be trying together and doing together. And they're really going to they're gonna admire you. So they really admire this independence and empowerment that you have, and you're really going to also enjoy their passion and their fire, and it's really gonna light you up as well. We do have the Three of Swords and the Four of Cups here, followed by the Two of Cups. So the Three of Swords represents heartbreak or like some sort of pain on an emotional level. And then the Four of Cups is almost like follows that, right? Like you have your heart broken, and then you're just sitting there kind of emotionally numb, like not interested in love, and just kind of like closed off. Maybe you've been rejected or hurt, or You're just focusing on what you lost and all the negatives. And so I could read this in a few ways. It's either there's going to be a little bit of healing that needs to be done between the two of you before you guys really recognize or come into true union with each other, which is the Two of Cups. This is strong, strong, strong soulmate energy. This is about, equal partnership, just seeing eye to eye, giving and receiving equally. It's mutual, right? And it's not like one's taking more than the other or you're depending on the other for things. It's just a very balanced partnership and love and sharing of your feelings. Um, and it really helps you bring out the best in each other. So this relationship is really going to help you guys, yeah, bring out the best in each other. But there is going to be some sort of thing that you have to heal from. Now, I don't know if this is going to be, well, okay, I get it. So for the bottom cards, we have the distorted masculine. So this card is so big that it like hardly even fits on the camera. So the distorted masculine. So we have masculine, divine feminine, divine masculine energy, right? That's like when you found wholeness within yourself as your in your feminine power and your masculine power. And when it's distorted, it's really just the energy of like um it's like the ego energy of the masculine or the feminine. So in this case it's a distorted masculine. So men thinking that like, oh, I can't be emotional, I'm going to close myself off, I have to work, I have to provide for the family, just all of these like ideas the society has ingrained in our head of like how to be a man. um and what to do as a masculine energy, all of that that's not necessarily true or accurate. This person's going to come at you with some of those issues. They're going to have some issues around their masculinity, and there's some work that's going to need to be done in order to get to their divine masculine. And kid you not, that's why I had to take these three cards. They all flew out. And I was like, okay, clearly I'm like the divine masculine, and then you have the distorted masculine, and then the divine masculine. This shows progress. This shows progress. And guess what's in between? The rainbow reviver. So I feel like this relationship, this is you. I feel like you are going to really help this person heal. You're going to really help this person get in touch with their true divine masculine, like that emperor energy, and really be in their power, not like a fake, confident, arrogant, cocky, like, oh yeah, I'm so tough, and I don't know, like I can even come up with examples, but like how guys tend to like act all cool and like think that that's manly or that's masculine, when really it's being in touch with their true power, where they're here to do good for the world, and you don't have to compete and stomp down on others and like put others down in order to get ahead in life. Like you can achieve all of that by being loving and nurturing and just just like a kind human being. and and just being like genuinely like in your power. I don't know, the words aren't coming to me, but like I think you know what I'm talking about. So this just goes to show to me that like the distorted masculine, it's like you are this rainbow in their life. You are this positivity, this light. The rainbow is like ultimate happiness to me, and it represents happiness, and look at all the balloons and the sun and the clouds, and she's just happy swinging on a swing. It just looks so positive, and I feel like you're going to be that in their life, and you're going to really help them heal this wound that they have. It could have been from a past breakup, relationship, some sort of hurt, but you're definitely gonna help them see you're basically like coming in offering this, not even like offering love, but offering this new like way of relating to their heart space. Like you're gonna open up their heart and just make them realize that like there's this whole depth to them, full of like compassion and feelings and love. and sensitivity and vulnerability, and that it's okay to feel that. It's totally okay to feel that. And that's going to allow them to get rid of this like flawed idea of what it means to be a man and actually step into their manlyhood, like their true power, their true masculine energy. And then we also have past life relationship. So it says you have known each other before. So with the Two of Cups paired with this past life relationship, the Two of Cups is, like I said, it's a really, really strong bond. It's you guys are just completely on the same wavelength, same frequency, and you guys just get each other. You guys just get each other. You recognize the bond that you have. You recognize the specialness. You recognize and feel deeply the soul connection that you have, and that's probably because this is a past life relationship. So this could either be like you have literally been together in a past life, like if you believe in that stuff. You could have been married to them before and now you come and unite with them again in this lifetime, or you could have known this person in your past. So you could have already met your future soulmate. um, but it just indicates that this is a very, very strong bond and connection that you guys have and will have a lot of attraction towards each other, a lot of desire, a lot of healing, a lot of healing. And for what they love about you the most is we have the Ten of Wands. Sorry. We have the Ten of Wands and the Chariot. So I feel like they really do see you as a really, really strong person. Having that, like that you are the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you've been through a lot. You've been like you have done a lot. You have fought your battles. You have done your work. Perhaps that's why you're able to come in as this little positive, you know, mystical, magical person in their life and help them heal because you've done so much work on yourself already. The Ten of Wands is just like carrying a heavy burden. It's the end of a cycle, exhaustion, just heaviness, just a lot of burden. I mean, look at this. Look at all the weight, the literal physical baggage that this bull is carrying, this girl is carrying, and it's just like, but she's moving forward, right? She's moving forward to lighter land, to something better and more freeing, something that makes her happy. So she's done. So I feel like they're going to see you as this person who's definitely capable of overcoming adversity because a chariot is about overcoming adversity and moving forward. Um, you have a lot of willpower, you have a lot of energy, and you believe in yourself and you take action on your dreams and desires, and you then get into this Nine of Pentacles energy. So definitely you know what you want and you go after it, and they really, really admire that about you because they're kind of like that too. You guys embody similar energy in that way, to where they also go after their wants. They're the King of Wands after all. They have the abundance too. Like they're in their power as well. And I feel like with this Two of Cups here, like how you guys are on the same wavelength, that's why you guys are able to come together, is because you both have done enough work in this life so far to where when you do unite, you're both going to be at that wavelength where like, I'm already in my power. I'm already in my power. Let's join together. And, of course, there's further like healing and work to do, but now you can do that together, that you've gained like a solid, like just solid stability within yourself. And you've learned to heal a lot of your stuff too. Yeah, so I just feel like they really love about you how determined you are to overcome your hardships, and you don't stop at nothing. Like you just keep going. Like nothing can stop you from going and achieving whatever it is that you want. And then as for what sex is going to be like, okay, so we have the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, and these are like the most passionate like cards ever. Like the Knight of Wands just already. So I mean, look at this card. So a lot of your love for each other is definitely going to be expressed through sex. There's going to be, because I mean that's what I feel like, that's how sex works. um, it's really just uh, it's really just like it's influenced by the emotional connection that you have with the person and the mental connection that you have, and then it manifests, physically. But because you guys have such a strong connection and you really admire each other, look up to each other, I feel like you're gonna really have a lot of like true soul bonding sex, but like very passionate and exciting. It's gonna be very adventurous. You guys are gonna be pretty risky with it and taking, yeah, just like, yeah, let's do it here, let's do it there, on the horse, outside, whatever. And it's almost like nothing else exists, just you two. Like when you guys talk or have a conversation or like you're together, it's gonna feel like there's no one around and it's just you and them just talking, and you're just so present with each other and just enjoying each other. You're gonna really be able to enjoy each other. And then you have the King of Wands. Now it's weird how when I was shuffling, I usually pull two of these cards. This is the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And as I was shuffling, this Knight of Wands flew out, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I was shuffling some more, and no card was coming out. And then I looked down at my seat, and this random King of Wands is just sitting here on my seat, face up. And like this deck, from this one, I had already been done shuffling for these two cards, and I put it aside, and I did not see this on my seat like for I don't know 2 minutes. And then I looked down, and it's there. So it's like, okay, clearly, like this is a card for that. So I know it's like two different cards, but I think it's important because the King of Wands again. I feel like they're gonna be very. This guy looks just very observant and very like watchy. Like they watch you, and they find you very intriguing, and they're mesmerized by you, and just they try to figure you out. And this could be vice versa. You could also feel like this about them, but it's just like there's this strong attraction and mystery. There's like a mystery to the two of you. Or like they find you mysterious, you find them mysterious, and that like adds to the passion. But a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry, a lot of very strong chemistry between you guys. We have the Eight of Wands, we have the King of Wands twice, we have the Knight of Wands. Yeah. Um, all right, so now we're gonna get a card and try to get some answers or guidance on when you will come into union with your future soulmate. So, when will group two meet or come together with their soulmate? When will group two meet or come together with their soulmate? My God, the Emperor. This is the divine masculine. Just before we go into anything, this is this guy right here. It's like double confirmation that like this person is your person for sure. Like this is not even just a soulmate relationship. This is like super extra hard divine. Like maybe even I don't know, twin flame, because all of the divine masculine stuff, I don't know. It's definitely I mean, I feel like all soulmates are divine, right? Like that's the whole thing. Like it's a soulmate. But I don't know. I just feel like there's this extra. Maybe you guys have had many lifetimes together, to where the connection is just so strong this time around, and this person is really everything that you've been looking for. This person is your ultimate person. It's the Emperor. Again, I'm reading this as you're the feminine and they're the masculine. I'm sorry if you have to translate this to the opposite. But yeah. So the Emperor is the number 4. Okay. Um it's Aries energy. So Aries is springtime. 4 is April. So April could be a significant month in meeting them. 4, it could also be 4 in 4 months, in 4 years. But I'm gonna get one more card to get like a court card for this. Can you please clarify the timing of when they will meet, when Virtue will meet their soulmate? Could you please clarify the timing? Ah, 7 of Cups. Okay, so the Aries, which is the Emperor, is a very quick moving energy. Again, fiery energy. So um, fire to me, the fire signs to me are summer because it's heat, it's hot, it's summer. That's just how I read it. A lot of people read that as spring though. And Aries is in the spring, so this could be springtime or summertime. The cups, so that's a quick movie energy. So in 4 months would be the fast, 4 weeks is probably not likely, but like 4 months is like, oh, like that's a pretty, um, what's the word? Why are words coming to me? Um, yeah, so 4 months or 7 of Cups. So cups is water, so that's like a little bit slower moving energy, faster than the Pentacles. So it could be in 7 weeks. 7 months. It could be July, and it could be in the spring. So yeah, with both of these, I'm getting spring or summertime, either April, July, 4 months or 7 months. 4 plus 7 is 11. Could be November or in 11 months. Again, this is it's a general reading, so it's kind of hard to like just boil it down to like, oh, in 4 months, obviously it's going to be different for everybody. But I'm just throwing out different numbers just so like you can see what resonates with you. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. Okay, and then let's see how you're gonna know. Let's see, yeah, how you're gonna know. How is group two going to know that they have met their soulmate? What are the signs that you're gonna get that this is your person? What signs is group two going to get that this is their person? How are they gonna know? What should they pay attention to? How is group two going to know that this is their person? This is their soulmate. The 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords is about overthinking, negative thinking, um, just being stuck up in your head and just like thinking of worst case scenarios. Okay, so why? Clarify the 9 of Swords. The Tower, Jesus. Okay, so I don't know. They're gonna come into your life, and it's gonna feel like a freaking tower moment. I feel like they're gonna shoot into your life, just fly right in when you're not expecting it, because you're just doing your thing, right? You're just like living your life. I'm happy being single. Like everything's good. I've given up on my soulmate. Maybe not given up, but you're kind of like not obsessing about it anymore. Like it'll come when it comes. I'm good. I'm chill. Like I'm just enjoying being free and independent and just focusing on work and whatever. Um and they're gonna come in like a fire because they have a lot of fiery energy. So they're gonna shoot right into your life, um, and sort of like turn your world upside down. They're gonna it's almost like they're causing havoc in your life and like turmoil. Like what's going on? And it's gonna make you really, I don't know, kind of like think a lot and like not be able to sleep at night and not necessarily in a bad way though. Not in a bad way, kind of in a way of like kind of maybe like why now? Like I'm good, like this is the time in my life where like I'm actually good being single and I'm happy. Why did this have to happen now almost? It's it's kind of like that. Like you're not complaining, but you're like really, and it makes you think, it creates a lot of stuff like like this is crazy. Like why is this all happening? Like so much change and there's so much fire and so much energy and just so much happening all at once and it's almost like you can't handle it. And it just like really is like a shift in your world. So it's just stressful. It's a little bit stressful, but it's obviously good and it's going to be good. It's just that's kind of like an indication of that around that time when it creates some sort of like a drastic change or sudden unexpected something that comes into your life, you won't expect it. You won't expect it, and then it's going to happen. So just be open and be positive. Um, and then we're going to get one final card for advice for how to come to union with your soulmate. So anything that you need to focus on or do in order to unite, to come into union or reunion. So what can group 2 do or focus on to come into union with their future soulmate? What can group 2 do or focus on to come into union with their future soulmate? The Nine of Cups. Okay, Nine of Cups. So I feel like you need to just, paired with the Nine of Pentacles here, 9, just really focus on yourself. Focus on your own happiness. Keep focusing on yourself and your career and your self love and being empowered within yourself and just all of that. And keep focusing on what makes you happy. Really, just do what makes you happy. Don't really give too much attention to like finding your soulmate. Know that it's coming. You guys are coming into union. Like there's this really strong soulmate past life energy going on. Like there's no way that it's not going to happen. So until then, really just enjoy your time. Enjoy being single. Enjoy exploring your like be dating. Enjoy that. Enjoy your life. Enjoy experiencing your life. You will get your wish fulfillment. Um, do do identify within your heart what it is that you want, what kind of energy you want in your life, and try to align yourself with that energy that you want to attract. So like you want your, King of Wands, Emperor, you want your Empress, whatever, like you want your person. Try to be in alignment with that same energy that you want to come to you. And that's really just being happy, like being in your power and just focusing on um your life, focusing on yourself and your life and what makes you happy, and you will get there faster. All right, so that is what I have for you. That was your reading about your future soulmate. I hope that you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed reading for you. Please like, comment, and subscribe for future pick a card readings. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I'm wishing you the best on your journey, sending you lots of love, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. So if you chose this Mangano Calcite, this is your reading. So I have pre-shuffled and some cards came out for, details on your soulmate, but I will also be pulling some more cards like on camera towards the end of the video to get some more answers on like timing and how you will know that you've met them and any advice on coming into union with them. All right, so look into the reading and I'm just going to lay all the cards out and I'll kind of explain like what's what. And I'll show you all the cards. Okay. All right. So the way that I'm doing this is there's a method to this madness. This card right here is what they love about you the most, your future soulmate, what they will love about you the most. These two cards right here is the energy that they embody or will be embodying when you meet them. These 5 cards here are kind of like the storyline of your relationship, any lifestyle, like how your life's going to be, maybe any clues on how you're going to meet or what energy you're going to be in. any like their energy or your energy also. So it's just kind of like an open-ended type of thing here. We also have a couple additional oracle cards for like about your relationship or any advice or anything like that. And then we have sex and how is your sex life going to be. And then I'm going to pull some more cards for the additional questions. Okay, so I'm going to start with their energy and what energy they are going to embody, like who they are, right? So we have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, so we have the Queen of Swords. So this is a feminine energy. Um, doesn't mean that, it could be a guy or a girl, but they're going to be very in tune, I guess, with their feminine side, but not in like. So the Queen of Swords is kind of like a no bullshit attitude. So it's not like in touch with themselves in regards to like their feelings and emotions, but just very in touch with their truths and what it is that they want, what it is that they believe in. They're very straightforward. They kind of just say like it is, just very direct, very blunt, straightforward. Yeah, just like they lay down the law. um, they are more led by their head than their heart. um they entertain logic more so than like their heart and intuition, but they are open to their intuition. They are definitely open because you have you see their hand here. It's like this sword here represents like truth and the intellect and your mind and logic, and this hand is kind of like open to receiving guidance though from like the universe or from life, or just being open to that whole realm. um, so very balanced and very mature. And then we also have maturity. So I am getting that this is this person's energy, and they are very mature. They're mature within themselves. They kind of they're very intelligent, very good communicators. Yes, very expressive with what they think, their opinions. They like to have deeper conversations, things that stimulate their mind. This is, I have not been reading the energies of the cards. I'm sorry, but I will on this one. Queen of Swords to me is Gemini energy. It's also Libra energy. It's an air sign, so it could be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini for your person. But yeah, it's just like very intellectual and very good at communicating and just very true to themselves, very authentic and in their power, very clever and intelligent, classy, just very honest, articulate, very rational. They give good advice. They might have like a tough exterior, but that feeling they have like a softer side inside of them. They don't beat around the bush. So um, yeah, I get a good vibe from that card. And then we have Wonders. So I do feel like they're very curious. I don't know, it's like the first thing that comes to mind. Like they think a lot, and that makes sense with the Queen of Swords. They think a lot about what could be, like what they want. They definitely have a great appreciation for life and how, like, just the beauty of life, the beautiful things are in life. They're very grateful. Um, they appreciate beauty. They might be a little bit more spiritual, just because you have like the universe here with this crystal going through it and wonders, wonders like. First of all, it could be like, I'm wondering, like I'm fantasizing, I'm in my head. So they might be very like in their head type of person. Just always like thinking and imagining things and visualizing things, but also just like appreciating the wonders of life. Like life is a wonder, life is a miracle. And they really get that. They really get that. And like that comes through with this maturity card too, is like in order to understand like, well, I guess like feel like how beautiful life is, you have to have reached a certain level of maturity, right? Because you have to you they probably hmm, they are they have had some life experience. They have had definitely some life experience to where they're at a point in their life where they're not putting up with things that don't serve them. Like they are not they're very honest, very trustworthy, and they really don't fuck around. Like, take or leave it type of attitude. They've just been through so much, that they've gained so much wisdom and maturity that they don't see, like, they don't want to waste any time. They don't want to waste any time, and they want to really, they're very focused, and they really want to focus on things that um, feel good to them, and that they love, that bring them beauty, and just like the more deeper side of life, I guess. They are, it seems like a deeper person. This card just gives so much depth. You know, the universe, it's so expansive, it's so deep. It just keeps going on and on forever. You can look at the night sky and just like be there in awe for like ever. And I feel like they have that kind of energy to them. Like they can just get lost in these deeper things, conversations, just the depths of life, you know. They're like, they really love that. Okay, so as far as your relationship and anything else we can get, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Page of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Three of Cups. So I do see that there's a lot of like fun and happiness and celebration in this relationship. You're definitely going to have a good time with this person. They're fun. They're a fun person, and yeah, I just feel like they have definitely been through some stuff. Like they have definitely been through through some sort of heartache, or something that just wasn't like emotionally serving them anymore, like a big thing in their life that they had to walk away from. They had to walk away from, and that allowed them to do a lot of healing work within themselves, and to get to this place of like, you know what, like I'm not putting up with shit anymore. Like if you're not here to like help me or serve me, or you know, like if you're not here to add value to my life, and I'm not happy, like I'm not fulfilled on an emotional level, then I'm not interested, you know. And it's not to say that like they totally cut themselves off from love, because you have the Page of Cups here, which this is just a very, it's kind of it's a person that follows their heart and intuition. And I do feel like this has a little bit to do with them as well as like the relationship. So they haven't given up totally on like, you know, their heart space and things like that. But I don't know, they just are like, I've been through some pain, and I'm not going to open myself up just for nothing. They have definitely been through pain and overthinking. Overthinking, that is definitely a like, this is like a negative, I guess, of the air signs. I'm a Gemini. I know all about that. Just all up in their head. Just overthinking. So that's like how I read it, as like, so I read that as like part of their energy, but also part of like the relationship, and like kind of like what's gonna happen. Um Usually the core cards you would read as like the person's energy, and then like the minor arcanas you would read as the like the events that happen. Um, so the Page of Cups is obviously a person handing a cup to someone. And I feel like when this person comes into your life, that's literally what's going to happen. It's going to be an offer. It's going to just be like a straight up offer of like, here you go. Here is a well new beginning. Like, okay, so I feel like your relationship is going to be sparked by like an intellectual conversation, or something where you guys connect on like a mind level, like an intellectual level. Yeah, you're gonna have like, they're gonna offer you like a new perspective or a new way of looking at things, just because they are this Queen of Swords. They're just so good at that kind of stuff. You know, they see things differently. They have this mind that is so deep that you can explore forever, right? They think differently, they see things differently, they see life differently, and they're going to come into your life, and it's going to be like, I don't know, it's going to give you like a new perspective, and it's going to stimulate your mind, and it's going to just excite you like in a mental way, and it's going to feel like a new opportunity in thinking differently. You're going to gain some clarity. Maybe they're going to present some sort of information to you that like hits you like on a like wow, like that's the truth right there, and it's going to like really like open your mind or something. And then they're going to come in with love. It's going to be followed by love. So it's going to get sparked by this like mental connection, intellectual connection, and then it's going to be followed by an emotional connection, emotional offering. um this person, despite their hard demeanor, and stoic, like kind of face or whatever, and yes, they are all about the truth, and yes, they are all about like communication and expression and like the mental aspect. They are not afraid to express their love, especially for you. They're not gonna be afraid to wear their heart on their sleeve. They're gonna uh, kind of be maybe impulsive and just go jump straight into it and be like, "Hey, I love you." Like they might say "I love you" really fast, or they might like offer I don't know, they might compliment you a lot because they're very expressive. So they might compliment you a lot and like flatter you and make you feel really, really good and just be very expressive. This is a very positive card. Um yeah, they are going to be just like sweet and fun loving and maybe even a little bit silly and adventurous with you. Or like when you guys meet, the beginning of your relationship is going to feel very like mentally stimulating and connecting, but also very lighthearted and fun. So it's not going to be too serious. It's like, I feel like this Page of Cups kind of balances out the Ace of Swords because this is like a hardcore energy and this is more lighthearted. It's just going to be like very balanced. And then you do have the Three of Cups, which also signifies that you guys are gonna have a lot of fun together, a lot of celebrating, a lot of hanging out with friends, family, just like getting out there, getting yourselves out there and socializing, maybe even a lot of travel in your relationship, just very emotionally fulfilling. It's really gonna make you happy. You're gonna feel really, really good with this person. Like when you're with them, you're gonna feel like you're gonna feel so satisfied because you're gonna know exactly like what's going on. Like they love to talk and express themselves. Um, I would say that they're not really open with their emotions, but because you have this Page of Cups here, I do feel like they are. So sometimes the Queen of Swords is like kind of emotionally detached or whatever, and like emotionally unavailable. But I feel like this person is um I don't know, like you're like it's almost like maybe they were like that, like when you met them and up until the point, but you're gonna open their heart, like you're gonna like open up their heart chakra, and it's like they're gonna just feel like a fool for you, like they're not gonna really know how to like how to communicate their feelings to you, but they're just gonna like do it anyway. They're just gonna kind of make a fool of themselves and just like say things that are, um, I don't know, maybe just a little silly, but like they won't care. They're gonna be super open and vulnerable with you because like for some reason like you do this thing to them where they're gonna want to do that. Um, but it's gonna be kind of like clumsy and like not embarrassing, but and you'll be fine with it. You'll just appreciate it and you'll just soak it all up because you're like, like that, just like that's so cute, like they're it's so opposite of what they give off. Like they give off this like tough face and tough facade, but really deep down they have this big heart and they just want to share it with me, and but they don't really know what they're doing, and that's so cute. Like you're gonna like it. Um, yeah. So and then also like there might be just a little bit of emotional and mental stress in the relationship. We have a happy ending, the Three of Cups, but also obviously relationships aren't always perfect. And I feel like you guys will have the opportunity to work out, um, I don't know, to work out some issues together, communicate about, I don't know, I feel like with this Nine of Swords, there might be a lot of overthinking in this relationship. Now, this might be on their part. just too much focusing on the negative, too much getting in their head, and it's almost like you're going to have to remind them to get out of their head, right? To bring them back to earth, like bring them back down to earth. Get out of those negative thoughts. You might need to okay, so actually with regards to that, because I just looked at this card here. So what they love, before I continue with this, I wanted to touch up on this. So what they love about you the most is the magician. Okay. So I feel like you are definitely like in tune with your powers, with your like manifestation powers. So you're definitely like a spiritual person, because we also have religious factors. So we have your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So this shows me that I feel like it's, even though they open your eyes to something new, or you know what? Hmm. Okay. Okay. So yeah, okay. So many thoughts. So I feel like they see you as this, like, just this, in your power, if you're a guy, girl, doesn't matter, but like in your power, just totally able to create your reality, create what you want. Like how to use your mind and your energy and the tools that you have to basically like play with reality. Like you're just very powerful. They see you as this very powerful being who can offer a lot of um, just wisdom and possibilities and dreams coming true, and you actually manifest your dreams, and like they just see you as this like light that can like create anything, just very special being. They really, really, really love it about you. And if they like, what makes me think that like they love it about you so much is because they don't really have that, or it's hard for them to tap into that because they are so in their head a lot and they overthink a lot. And it's almost like because you're this like more spiritual person who has done, like who's more in tune with your like intuition and things like that, you are able to, like, this healer energy even, you're able to really help them get out of their anxiety and worrisome thinking, and just to find more like peace and balance within themselves. So you're going to be really helpful in that way for them. And I'm almost getting that actually the Ace of Swords and this religious factors card goes kind of together. And it could be them coming into your life offering you, because this is their energy, right? The sword, and then you have the sword. So that would make sense that them offering some sort of clarity to you. But it could be vice versa. It could be you also offering something to them that changes their mind, opens their eyes, changes their perspective on life. And it could be this this something of a spiritual nature, because religious factors are an influence in your relationship. So maybe they've never really believed in the higher power and like the universe or like this energy stuff. But you kind of like, introduce that whole idea to them, and it really gives them like some sort of like an epiphany or something, or realization. And maybe that's what opens their heart to you. And they're like, okay, she's the one. Like, yes, I love this about her or him. They're the one. I love this about them. Oh my God. Like they totally open me up to this energy, like stuff. And I feel I'm in touch with my heart. And I was always so closed off and just like so like in my mind, but now I'm coming into my heart space and it feels so good and everything's just flowing. And they're just like realizing all this about themselves through like your like interaction together, your energy together. And it really, really, really creates a lot of happiness in the relationship. You guys truly just feel so good together. Like a lot of happy, fun times, excitement, joy, a lot of abundance, fruition. Like everything's so fruitful, and there's a lot of prosperity and emotional happiness and communication about your feelings to each other. Really, just like fairy tale type of like love. Um, and then for sex with your counterpart, we have the Seven of Wands and we have the Ace of Swords again. So this person, yeah, we have the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So First of all, I think that this person is definitely really attracted to like mental, or you guys together, or at least one of you is really attracted to like mental stimulation and like intellectual connection. Like if you are not vibing intellectually, like it's a no-go for you or for them, probably for both of you. Like that's an important part. You're probably a very intelligent person who also is looking for another intelligent person, and it really turns you on and it turns them on to be able to have like deeper meaningful conversations, not just some superficial like you know. So that is definitely exciting, and you guys will be talking a lot in like while you guys are having sex. Like there's gonna be a lot of communication and mental stimulation. Also, this person, they're tying each other up, and so it seems very like aggressive. And there's just a lot of kinky stuff going on, and she's the one tying him up. So that might be something that is exciting to you guys, for the feminine to take like control over the masculine a little bit, because um I read this as the masculine even though it's the Queen of Swords. And maybe in the bedroom you guys want to reverse roles a little bit, like you're always so powerful out in the real world, well in the bedroom I'm going to show you and I'm going to take control type of thing. And there's just a lot of little like toys and stuff, that like just crazy stuff that you guys are using. um and you're not afraid, you're really not afraid to get down and dirty and angry and almost like aggressive, because you have the Seven of Wands. It's like almost like violent and like aggressive and competitive, and there it's like a challenge to like do it, not like a challenge in a bad way, but like it's yeah, it's like fighting, maybe like a lot of angry sex, um just definitely not like shy about anything, just very like open and out there. um and a lot of passion, just very passionate, because you have the wands, the Seven of Wands, very passionate. And I feel like what turns you guys on is like the mental connection and the and communicating in the bedroom, just like being able to like talk about like what you want, dirty talk maybe, um and just trying new things, like new kinky things. um Maybe doing it outside is going to be something that gets you guys excited. Okay, so that was for socks. And then now let's get some guidance on timing. So what when will group two, oh sorry, when will group three meet their soulmate? Can we get some timing, potential timing, and when group three will meet their future soulmate or come into union with their future soulmate? When will group three come into union with their future soulmate? Ten of Swords. So this is, yeah, kind of strictly just for timing reasons. Okay. So the swords are a very quick moving energy. There's funny how many swords are here. Swords are a very quick moving energy, so it could be 10 weeks, although that's, I don't know. I would say 10 months sounds more accurate. 10 months, or maybe the 10th month, so it might be on October. It could be January, because like 10 reduces to a 1. So it could be January. It could be, to me, swords are winter. They represent winter. So it could be in the winter. Um, 10 is also the last, um, like the last battle, like the last cycle. It's the ending of a cycle or something. Like it's a completion of a cycle. So it could be at the end of winter, or at the end of the year, or towards the end of something. I know that's like very vague, but I'm just trying to throw out all sorts of things because it's a general reading. But yeah, 10 is a significant number. So it'll be 10 months, 10 weeks, probably not 10 years. um, and it could be in the month of October. It could be in the winter. It could be at the end of a season. or the end of winter, or even the end of this year, because it's the 10, it's the last step. All right, and then let's get how will you know that you have met your soulmate? So like what are some clues besides what we have here? How will you know that it's your soulmate? How are you gonna know? What is the clue, or like the biggest clue, or someone that you should pay attention to know that this person is your soulmate? How will group 3 know when they have met their soulmate? How will group 3 know when they have met their soulmate? Ah, 8 of Swords. Hmm. Again, swords. A lot of swords. What's up with all the swords? So I feel like you're gonna know that this is your person because they're gonna like remove them. They're gonna remove that, like, okay, so she's all tied up, right? She's just like completely like limited. It's usually self-imposed limitations, mental limitations, negative thoughts, and just stuckness, a feeling of being stuck, right? And I feel like when you meet your person, this Ace of Swords, this way about them, the way that they are, it's going to remove all of the, like, you're tied up, right? It's gonna like remove the rope that ties you up, and it's gonna like almost like free your mind. There's gonna be like a sense of freedom, I feel, when you meet this person, based on this conversation that you guys are going to have, or this like interaction you guys are going to have, that mentally. So it's definitely a mental thing. So pay attention to like uh somebody that really, I mean, you'll know, okay, like you're going to know, your intuition, you're going to know when this is your person. That's always, I think, a thing. But you might like you might be up in your head a lot about it. You might be up in your head trying to like overanalyze it and think so much, like think, right? Like just get lost in your head, and they're gonna come around, and somehow they're gonna like release all of those doubts and fears by what they say to you, about the relationship, about like whatever it is that, like, let's say it's like self-sabotaging thoughts towards yourself, like about lack of self-worth or something like that. And through their conversation with you, they're gonna just the blindfold's gonna come off, you're gonna have clarity, and you're gonna have a sense of clarity. So look for a shift in perception, or some sort of clarity that you're gonna get from a conversation with a person that you feel strongly about. That's probably your soulmate. And then advice. So, what do you need to do or know in order to come into union with your soulmate? So, obviously, everything happens in divine timing and order, but you can definitely do things to align your energy. And what does Group 3 have to do or know to come into union with their soulmates? Temperance. No one wants to hear that. Yeah. So this is just saying to be patient, okay? What you need to do right now, in order to come into union, is to definitely not try to rush it, not try to control the situation, not try to push it and force it, and like just being that ego energy, like trying to like control everything, but sort of like surrender, flow, let things play out, have patience, learn patience. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to be a little bit more patient, so that when you do meet, your energy will be more ready for that soulmate type of relationship, because soulmate relationships really require a higher level of consciousness and energy for you to meet and come together. So if you're not at that level, then you're really blocking your union. So you need to elevate yourself, as your soulmate out there is probably doing the same thing consciously or unconsciously. But if you do it consciously, it just makes the process quicker. And if you just surrender and have like patience, right, and just trust that it's all coming together, it's all being worked out, and finding balance within yourself, mind, body, soul, taking care of yourself, focusing on self love, self care, just really healing yourself, any sorts of issues that you need to work out, and just really focusing on finding your own like center and balance, and that will help you guys come closer and closer and closer and closer together. It's just like your energies will just be more drawn to each other once, um, when you're more patient, when you're more surrendered. Okay, so that is your reading about your future soulmate. I really hope that you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed reading for you. Hope that was insightful. And if it resonated, please like this video and leave a comment and subscribe to my channel for more future pick a card readings. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Good luck on your journey. I'm sending you lots of love, and I'll see you soon. Bye.